Welcome to Gino's Comic to Comic podcast. And here's the man, Gino.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Gino's Comic to Comic podcast, episode 8.
Yeah, 8.
I never thought we'd make it to 8, but goddamn we did. So that's fantastic. So I just want to let everybody know that Saturday, my son and I adopted a dog. His name's Scooter. It's fantastic. He's awesome. And, you know, these assholes threw this. He's a 5-month-old pit bull mix, and these assholes threw him out in the fucking woods. He goes to this lady's house, the closest house, the only house around, and he goes to the house, and she won't let him in because he's a pit bull and she's afraid of him. So he sat out on her porch for 2 days till the rescue was able to get there. So he's freezing, he's starving, and so, I mean, he's tremendous. He ain't freezing anymore. When he walked in my house, he goes, so you're telling me if it hits 69 in here, the furnace kicks on? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's 70 degrees in my house every day.
He's like the life.
Yeah, and the bowl's always full, so he's pretty damn happy.
I bet.
So I just wanted to give a shout-out to Lifesavers Animal Rescue, and if you would like to adopt a dog, please, you could turn a dog's life around. You can reach them at lifesaversanimalrescue.org, or you could call them at 412-496-1338. So I'd appreciate if you could help a dog.
Yeah.
And I'll keep you guys updated on the great Scooter. All right, so now that we got through that, my next thing to do is bring in the world's greatest motherfucking co-host,
Woo-hoo.
Bubby.
Gino, what's
Hey,
up, bud?
Bub.
How you doing?
Ladies, remember, everybody needs a Bubby.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Bub?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm great, man.
Good.
I'll tell you. And so one of the things we have to do is we have to welcome, we have some new listeners to the show. So shout out to all my friends over
What
at
up?
Cell Block D at Allegheny County Jail. They just got their computer privileges back.
Yahoo!
And they're all
All right,
watching.
boys.
So
And girls.
it is great to have them join the show. And that is probably a great segue into introducing our guest. I'm not going to assume you've been to jail, but
No
you can tell the
assumptions.
people if you want. So up for our guest, we've been looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Today we have he's a stand-up comic. He's also the host of Greenfield's Finest podcast, which, by the way, last year in their first year
First.
came in third in the Pittsburgh
That's
City
pretty damn
paper
impressive, yeah.
podcast, which is pretty damn good. And that's where
Pretty
we
cool.
hope to get. Well, we want to be better than third. But anyway, we'll take second if you guys are first. We're okay with that.
Absolutely.
So I brought him on here. I figured he could help us bump us up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with nothing further, I bring you Mike Zydel.
Mike,
What's up, Gino? How you doing, buddy?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. No, I don't want to just come right out and ask you if you've ever been to jail, but I'll go a roundabout way and ask you if you know how to make a chi-chi.
I've sat down. I've sat down once or twice.
You
One
have?
time, yeah, 13 months. One time in like a couple overnighters.
Yes. Well, have you made? Did you know how to make a chi-chi? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so for those in the audience that don't know, for the few of you pussies that have never been to jail, the chi-chi, how you make a chi-chi is you have to have some money on your book, so you better be nice to the girlfriend before you get thrown in a slammer. And so what you do is you get a ceramic coffee cup and you fill it with water and you put it on the radiator in your cell, and then you get some ramen noodles from the commissary and you put the noodles in the water until the noodles are done, and then you take a bag of Cheez-Its and you crumble it up and sprinkle it on. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, Mike. It is the best goddamn thing that you're going to eat while you're in jail.
It's 100% the best thing. But like the dudes that I used to hang with, we used cheese curls, and
Okay.
our guard was cool enough up on the 6th floor that he would bring shit from the lobby, like where the officers would eat at, and he would bring us cheese and meat and stuff once in a while.
I like that
And
guy.
we would all pitch in, and what we would do is, you know, the giant coffee pot that it's not really coffee, but what they put the chicory shit in
Uh-huh.
every morning. We used to put our chi-chis in there, and like we'd have like 8 or 9 guys pitch in 2 items each, and we'd make like a giant one like that with like lunch meat. And it's funny, like a fucking jail hot dog. It's like God, like you will think of it now, you're like it's the worst thing ever, but it's like a little blessing from angels whenever you put it in a chi-chi. You know, it really, it is. It's funny, like jail, like the shit you start to appreciate in jail.
No
it's like
doubt.
it's wild. It was I mean, it was a terrible experience, but it definitely, looking back on it, made me like fucking. I appreciate like being able to leave my room now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Watch
Nobody
whatever I
watching
wanna
you jerk
watch.
off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got a girlfriend too, so like I didn't have that in jail. You know what I mean?
I hear that. Well, let me ask you. My experience has been that I've tried to make a chi-chi at home, and it's just not as good.
It's not, and you know why? Because we're at home.
Tell me.
We can eat whatever the fuck we want, and we
Is that
start
what it
getting
is?
used. And we get used to better food, and we realize that we were eating like garbage people. You know what I mean?
I
But when-
wasn't. I wondered that because I said to Bub, I'm not sure if it's because everything else is better, or it's the slow roasting process on the radiator in the cell is the secret.
Yeah,
I don't
that could
know.
be there might be something to that too, but I think you know how it is in jail. Like you have nothing to look forward to.
That's right.
And that fucking. And when that come, the 8 o'clock came, everyone was like, "Let's make the chi-chi," and like you would hang out and you'd be playing cards, eating your chi-chi, and like you felt a little bit normal for that like next hour.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
And like
do.
you know, and like dude, yeah. I mean, now that I'm home, if it's like between I'm gonna have some chicken breast or a steak, or let me fucking crush these ramen noodles up. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
All right, you make a very good point. All right, so we should probably get off the jail stuff
Yeah.
for some of our listeners that are lost right now. But
Yeah.
at least this way, if you do go to jail,
You know what you're looking
you know
for.
what to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what you're in
Yes.
for.
They'll show you. Trust me, they'll show you.
Oh,
that.
yes, they will. So I have to tell you this story, Mike, and then you can tell me if you've ever had an experience like this. So a friend of mine messaged me, this was probably about a month ago, and said that she heard about this comedy show, that they needed a couple comedians. It was a paid gig, and she didn't know anything about it, but she sent me the information and told me who I needed to email and send them a video and tell them that I was interested. So I did all that. And I said in the email that, look, I'm not really a clean comedian. I could do clean, but I don't know
Yeah.
how long you want me for. And honestly, if it's some kind of event where you need clean, let me know, because I have some friends who that's what they do. That's what they and I'll recommend
Yeah.
one of them. So with that in mind, here's a 5-minute video of mine. Now, the video I send them is how I want to own and fuck a sex robot for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so a week goes by and I get an email back from these people. And the exact wording was, and I'll try to remember it word for word, it was just so professional how they said it. They said, Gino, we wanted to let you know that we enjoyed the video you sent us, but we thought we should inform you that our event is a charity for children, and most of the children have been victims of sexual abuse.
Yeah.
So
that's
that
not
while
good.
we find your video very funny, we will not be contacting you in the future. And now I didn't even respond because there really wasn't a response to that. But I was thinking while I'm reading it, as the great Adam Sandler once said, information I could have used yesterday. So have you ever had anything like that happen to you?
I never had to like submit a video. I've definitely had people. I mean, the thing about like when I'm like telling jokes and stuff, it's all like life experience, and like I really don't like dig deep for like dirt. It's just there. But I've had people like, can you do like 5 clean minutes or 10 clean minutes, and like like the first like year that I like did comedy, my jokes were about like being a recovering heroin addict and getting prostitutes. So like, there's not really like a clean version of that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like stealing shit from Home Depot, and you know what I mean? Ended up in a casino trying to wash my dick off because I was, bareback the prostitute. So like, I've never even, I was only approached twice like that, and people were like, "Hey, do you ever do clean material?" And I'm like, I just don't have it. Like I just have what I have. I don't have anything else. I feel like like the shit that comes off your chest, the shit's from your heart. Like people know, and when you're like trying to like be someone you're not, like people see right through it. And it just don't come off as good, you know.
I agree with you.
Some
That's
people are really good at it though. I mean, I've like seen comics
Me
who
too.
like who I know can be like dirt, like who just like swear and say crazy shit. I've seen them do stuff that they don't do that, and I'm like, that's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not one of them people.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Well, I try telling people I'm not a clean comic and I'm not a dirty comic. It's just that I'm single, and at my age, I do a lot of the internet dating. I have sex with different people, so that's where I'm at. So that's what I talk about.
Wait a minute.
You think I don't have sex?
You're skipping right over that internet dating part.
Oh yeah.
What I gotta
I'm the
know,
king
guys,
of internet dating, buddy.
What sites do you use? I got a girlfriend. I don't do that shit anymore, but I used to be big into it.
But he wants to know, just in case, just for backup or what?
No, I'm just curious. We're just
the one I
bullshit.
use now that I've had the most success with is Plenty of Fish.
I fucking knew it, and you know what, dude?
It's great. It's fantastic.
Because Gene, you're sober now. You've been sober for a while, right?
Long time.
Every guy in recovery has been on fucking Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
That's
where we go fishing.
That's where the girls have the lowest standards at.
That's what I need. Chick with low self-esteem. That's what I'm looking for.
You could be living in a halfway house over in Rankin, you know what I mean, and still end up finding a chick.
Exactly. This internet dating's the greatest thing ever happened to a guy.
I got to get on this thing.
It's the greatest thing ever. Well, the only problem now, though, is it's all useless right now because you can't take them anywhere. So now all they want to do is talk. I don't want to talk. Like, I'll talk for a couple days, but not for I'm not talking for 6 months till we get this first date out of it. Because I've done that where I've talked to chicks for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then you go on the first date with them, and they don't look anything like their picture or nothing like that. So you wasted all that time. That's why I like to get that first date up as quick as possible.
I'm going to give you a tip, dude. I don't know if you knew this, but if you copy and paste one message, you can send it to like 100 chicks.
I know, but they see through that shit.
I'm telling you, you say, hey, I really like your picture, and it looks like after reading your profile, we got a lot in common. If you're not, if you're interested, message me back. And I'm telling you, like, if you get if you get 2 out of 100, it's still 2 more than you had.
Yeah. See, I was doing shit like that when I first started. I wasn't getting any hits, and then I read this article. It was in GQ, I think. The do's and don'ts of internet dating, and that was the first thing it said. Don't do that. It said,
Gene, you gotta realize we're not GQ. You know what I mean? We're just like average.
Those are my goddamn initials, Mike. My initials are GQ, motherfucker. Might not look GQ, but I'm GQ.
I'm not talking shit, but we're not living GQ lives.
I know, what I mean? But I've done what they said, and it's worked out good for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They claim you should read their profile. They say, like you said, contact 100 chicks, but don't send the same. Like, you could cut and paste it, but like maybe add some, because you need to read their profile and mention something in their profile so they know you at least. Because chicks like it when you read about them. So if you at least mention something, they know you're talking about them, and you read. Ralphie May did one of the funniest things where he's talking about they don't want to hear anything from you. All they want to do is talk about themselves. So you just give them questions that lets them run on about themselves. And when they start slowing down after 10 or 15 minutes, just go, really, tell me more. And they go for another 15 minutes.
You know what the problem is, too? They have that OnlyFans now. So these girls are making like a ton of money just like showing like quick little naked pictures. It ruined prostitution for like a single guy.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just figured out Facebook last week, so I don't know about this OnlyFans thing. Oh my God! So don't ruin prostitution, for crying out loud.
You still have the massage parlor.
Yeah, I still got the massage parlor. I won't say where it is because this is going live.
Gene, there's
in public.
There's 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I know, but the one I go to is tremendous. I mean, the one I heard about is tremendous. And dude, for a half hour, it's like $30, and it's a good massage. And if you throw another 20, you get the happy ending. Now, it's just bad business not to get the happy ending. It's only another $20. Like, it's just stupid not to. And who wants a sad ending?
No, nobody wants a sad ending. Come
What's
on.
a sad ending? They bring out your
there
child
is-
support history? Like, what the fuck's a sad ending?
The sad ending is you have to end up jerking yourself off.
That's a hell of
used
a point.
If they
I used
watch,
to-
I'm okay with it.
Well, I used to go to them. I haven't been to a massage parlor in 5 years, but when I went, if you didn't want a happy ending, they would just put lotion. They would put the oil on your hand. It'd start like telling you to jerk yourself off, and then you're like, oh well, I'll give you an extra 20, and then they'll give you some assistance.
That's
Like
what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's
like
better
the
than jerking.
assistance.
Yeah, it's better than jerking off.
So,
That's for sure.
so at this one, I got to tell this story. I've been meaning to tell this story for a long time. So I took a friend of mine and his son. Now, his son's like 25 or 26 at the time. Now, he said he knew how to negotiate with so I had to help the father, right? So I helped the father and everything. I work everything out with the women and everything. The one that's in there with me comes in and says, your friend no one. I said, no. She goes, no, the young one. I go, what do you mean this was his idea. And she
Yeah.
goes, no, he say he no one. I go, I'm telling you, he's an idiot, but he wants it. Just go do it. And she's like, no, he no one. So I go out. He's sitting in the lobby pissed. I go, what happened? He wouldn't talk to me. So we get in the car. We're on the ride home. I go, what the fuck happened? He goes, she just kept saying over, and I kept saying no. And I said, why would you say not over? He goes, I didn't want it to be over. I go, that's what that's what you thought she meant by over? You thought she meant
roll
it's over? He goes, didn't she? I go, no, she knows one goddamn English word. Over. And when she said over, what that means is roll over and you want the jerk. When you said no, you were telling her you didn't want jerk. And he goes, son of a bitch. And I said, I thought I didn't have to help you.
Right,
You said you knew what you were doing. So I've taken him
That's
back
a
there.
rookie
He
mistake.
didn't
Rookie
make it to,
mistake.
when we went back, he did not make that same mistake the second time. But Jesus, 25 should know how to work a massage parlor. Now, his father, I asked her if dust came out of it whenever she fucking, because he hadn't had his touched in a while. That's why I took him.
How old was he?
50. At the time, he was about 55.
And that was his first time.
First time there, yeah. His wife passed away about 10 years ago, childhood
Okay.
sweetheart, so
Yeah.
nobody really touched her for a while. And so we're pulling in there, and he goes, where are we going? And I go, what's the sign say? And he goes, I'm not going in there. I go, then sit and wait in the fucking car. Me and your son are going in. And so he goes, well, I'll come in. And as soon as he come in, I go to her. She knew. Okay, allegedly she knew me, and I said, "Listen, don't talk to him at all. He don't know what he's doing. I'll pay for it. Here's what you're gonna do." And she goes, "He want the whole thing?" I said, "Yeah, he wants the whole thing." She goes, "The whole thing, the whole thing." She goes, "How about you?" I go, "Well, I don't know. We're a little pressed for time. We'll have to see how long it takes." They were in there like a minute and a half. She must not even done the massage. He must have
just touched him.
Yeah, forget the massage. so that she had time, and that's when she's in there with me.
Shit.
And the other one was with his son in that whole fiasco.
Poor old bastard.
Oh my God. I guess I'll have to school people a little better
gotta
when
do a
I
little
take
better
them to the
job
massage
when- yeah.
parlor. But it sounds like Mike knows what he's doing. At
Yeah,
the
Mike
massage parlor.
sounds like a pro.
I mean, dude, I used to go all the time. I mean, that was the thing to do. I mean, it's so cheap. If
Yeah.
you're single, it's like you said, it's like 40, some places 40, 50, but whatever. But it's like, dude, if you're a single guy, like it's a place to go.
Oh, man.
It keeps you from being a creep. You know what I mean?
Kinda.
Yeah.
So the first time I go there, I was told about that you could get 2 women. So I walk
Yeah.
in and I go, now the one spoke a little bit English, the other one didn't speak any. And the one says, yeah, what you want? You want a massage? I go, yeah. I go, I want 2 girls. And she goes, 2 hour? I go, 2 hours? I'll be fucking dead. 2
Yeah.
hours, not 2 hours, 2 girls. And she goes, oh, you want this? And she points at the chart on the wall, and it's had like half hour, hour and a half, and then at the very bottom it said 4 hands, $90.
Yeah.
I go, that's what I want. 4 hands.
Yeah.
$90, and
Who
I
doesn't want
threw
4 hands?
I threw them both an extra 20 at the end because one was, I don't know what they were doing. One was, I don't know if they fucking split up the workload. I don't know how that worked, but I don't even. Somebody said to me, like, what do they do? I go, I have no idea, but it don't take very long.
No,
They're good at it.
I'll tell you what, four hands is intense.
It was.
It is.
It was.
It's
And
a
the
lot.
pretty one that didn't speak any English, when I opened my eyes when it was over, was staring right at me. And I still to this day don't know if it was creepy or hot. Maybe a little of both. A little creepy, little hot.
You guys had a creepy, sweet
Yeah,
moment.
she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous. A little thin, but gorgeous.
You
You hang out with me for any length of time, you'll put on
I was
15
gonna say you can
pounds.
feed her a
No-
cheeseburger. It's all
no
good.
time. No shit. So, all right, I guess that's
I gotta
enough
chime
about our
in
weird-
here. I gotta chime in.
Oh, here we go. This is only the second time he's ever talked on camera with us.
Because I know this story. I feel like you skated by the fact that Mike said he went into the casino to wash his dick off because he raw dogged the process.
Dude, I was howling about.
You gotta go back. You gotta get the story. You can't just skate past that.
Dude,
Well, so Todd just put you out on Main Street, brother. I was going to let you slide by,
It's
but
because I know the story. That's why.
so you think he
Dude.
would let you give you a little slack, but nope. So go ahead.
dude, it was like, so I went to rehab. It was the first time I ever went. I got out of rehab and I called my buddy Dino. He actually just passed away, but I called him and I'm like, dude, I want to go. Like, I want to get laid. I want to do something. He's like, dude, I'll take you to this strip club down West Virginia. It's like a whorehouse. And I'm like, all right, cool. And like at the time, I had no idea what I was in for. And we drive down here. It's in Weirton, West Virginia, the Hurricane Club. It's closed
Oh
now.
my God, I
But-
know exactly where it's at.
But it was right next to a police station. So
Yes.
weird. And you walk in there, and people were drinking like cans of beer and shit. And like the girls don't even dance on their own. You have to put money in a jukebox. And when you put money in a jukebox, girls are wearing they're wearing like jeans and a tank top and shit like that. And they just started stripping. Like they didn't have like stripper outfits. And this one chick, there's an old dude in there on a rascal. And he's fucking telling this one girl to dance. She starts dancing. She's pregnant. And he's firing cigarettes at her. And he's like screaming at her. Like, let me see that asshole. Let me see that asshole. And like she showed her asshole was fucking disgusting. I'm like, oh, God.
Jesus God.
So my boy's like, dude, I set it up. You're going to go with this chick. And the chick I went with wasn't really that bad. She had a little stab wound right here. But other than that,
I like a stab
decent.
wound.
So we went in
that's
this
a turn on.
closet. We went in this like broom closet with coat. There was coats hanging up in there, and like dudes were literally reaching in there whenever like I was getting a swinger. They were like literally like grabbing their coat. You know what I mean? Like the dudes were grabbing this chick's ass and shit while me and her were getting weird.
Shit.
And then next thing you know, like I ended up hitting it. And we got to the car. And my buddy's like, dude, he's like, you straight? I'm like, dude, that was fucking great. Like I haven't got laid in a while. He was like, laid? He said, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, I'm like, nah, that chick let me hit it. He's like, she didn't let you do nothing. I gave her $200. I'm like, yeah, well, he was like, dude, there ain't enough condoms in West Virginia for me to fuck one of those girls. I'm like, I just got a rehab. I'm like, condoms? Condoms?
Oh,
I'm like, I didn't wear fucking condoms. Like, your fucking dick's gonna fall off. He's like, dude, you gotta wash your dick off. So we drove to the Mountaineer Casino. He was doing like 80. It felt like he was doing 5. And I had my eyes closed and my head down. I'm just like shaking, like, oh, dude, hurry up, hurry up.
Oh my
And-
God.
We get to the Mountaineer and like there's like sinks in there. And the sinks are, I'm like only 5. You can't tell them, but I'm only 5'5". The sinks are so high up, I can't even reach them to wash my dick off. Like the sinks are up here and my dick, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to like fucking go like this. And my boy picks me up underneath my armpits.
Oh
like
God.
I look like a 3-year-old trying to piss down at Heinz Field in the trough.
Oh my God.
Oh,
So,
my God.
so I'm fucking like going like this. I'm washing my dick off. And this big ass dude comes in. He was a valet guy. And he looks at my buddy like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, my boy looked at me. He's like, oh, dude, my buddy just banged some hooker without a condom. No big deal. We just got out of rehab. You know what I mean? And the dude was like, oh, you're sober for real? I'm like, yeah. He's like, me too, one day at a time. And I got my pants down to my ankles. My boy's holding me up like this. And this dude comes over and splows me up like, keep up the good work. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? Weirdest shit ever, dude.
My
The
God,
dude
the
was cool as
Hurricane
fuck,
Club.
but
No,
That's
my
like
God.
that's like 10 minutes from my house, the Hurricane Club.
you've been there? Bobby-
I live in Burgerstown.
He's
I-
going now.
I've been there. Yes, I used to deal car. Yeah, that's. Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
know that real
God.
well.
I
Isn't
gotta
there-
say,
Bobby, isn't it like that though? Like, you gotta put money
Absolutely,
in the
100%. I've been there. Yes.
I told that story 100 times. People are like, oh, there's no place like that. I'm like, dude, there's a
No.
dirt floor, pregnant strippers, and you got to put money in the jukebox, and you got to drink. And dudes were drinking cans of beer.
Sad
You know
thing
what I
is,
mean?
a couple of them were probably my cousins. Just so you know.
or else you don't get pregnant, you'll be related to Bubby.
You'll be related to me, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
hopefully your cousin didn't have a little stab wound, dude. You know what I mean? 'Cause she was getting.
That was the hottest part of the story for me. I gotta say, thank you, Todd, for fucking bringing that up, so that
That's
we asked that.
fantastic.
And now I'm thinking. Tell me if I'm wrong, Bubby. I'm thinking that evens Todd up for him getting pissed at us and
Yes, for the
chiming in on
yes,
the pineapple on the
that's even,
pizza
'cause
last
that was
time.
Great.
That was the first time he ever talked, Mike. He hadn't talked for 6 episodes. And on episode, I forget which episode I mentioned pineapple on a pizza, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He just never put pineapple. So now he's
Todd's
even.
the best, man. Todd's
Yeah,
the
we
best.
were almost looking for a new producer there.
Yeah,
was that,
he
was that
really
furious
hated
at
the
us.
fact that we wanted Hawaiian pizza. So, oh my God. Well, that was fantastic. That leads us right into our next segment, which is we have a 5-question segment, and these are the hard-hitting topics, Mike, the stuff that'll change the world.
Right.
People
All right.
want to know where you stand on these things. And as I told Sean when he was here, you might not be able to run for president after you answer some of these, but that's okay.
When you said Sean Parker, I wasn't thinking. You're talking about Sean Parker from Homestead.
Sean DeReal Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
From
that's-
Homestead. I know
Who
Sean.
won the
When you said-
2018 Pittsburgh stand-up, and I believe he came in 3rd in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on here, and he was fantastic. So, okay, so the first question, and this is the kind of thing that could really divide people that would vote for you.
Yeah.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
I'm with you on that. No, we're talking the Coca-Cola, right? Not the
I
Coke.
know. Yeah.
Susie said Coke. My nose twitched. It's
Yeah,
been a
I'm-
long
I'm a-
time, and it still twitches when people say Coke.
Yeah, I'm Coke guy for sure.
I mean, I'm a Dr. Pepper guy, but if they don't have Dr. Pepper, Coke's the next best thing for me. Actually, I like cherry Coke a lot, but yeah, I'm with you on the Coke. Pepsi's a little too sweet for me, I think.
Yeah, it don't taste as good. It gotta be out of a can. Pop out of a can tastes so much better than
Why
pop
is
out
that?
of a bottle.
He's right.
He's right. Yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
know,
they claim
but-
it gives you like brain disease
Yeah,
or something,
I don't
but
know if it's
that's
the damn
okay.
aluminum
My
I
brain's so
don't know.
fucked up anyhow. Can't hurt this. All right, so now the next question we have for you is, what is your favorite fruit?
Mango.
Mango.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting. Wow.
No, that's
a
not the
different
one
one.
you usually hear people say.
It's a different one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now do you-
I found out about mangoes a couple years ago at fucking Costco, and I've been on them ever since. It's my favorite.
now you just eat them just the way they are. You put them on stuff, or
No, I don't fuck with. I just peel. There's a certain way you cut them,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you just peel the skin off. They're fucking bomb.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
I like mangoes too.
Yeah, my favorite fruit's strawberry. I don't know why. I just love
Really?
strawberry. Yeah.
That's a popular
And
one.
my favorite milkshake is strawberry milkshake. Chocolate's second, but I really like a good strawberry milkshake. Now, my daughter likes the strawberry milkshakes if they didn't have little pieces of strawberry in them. And I'm like, that's goofy. That's the best part. Like,
yeah, my daughter's the same
you're
way.
hoping to hit that. Me, when you hit that chunk, it's like, oh, get a little fucking wood. Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, so question number 3. What non-porn movie sex scene was your favorite?
Non-porn.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Like the best one to jerk off to?
Well, yeah, or I mean, you just thought it was great. I guess to jerk off to, if you thought it was that great,
If it
you
was
were
that
jerking
good,
off,
yeah,
so,
you're
okay.
It was from Saving Private Ryan. No, I'm just fucking.
There goes his leg. Oh.
Yeah, and every time I see his leg get blown off, I'd probably, dude. I'm like, I remember growing up in the 80s, and I remember I watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
A lot of
and
people that gets a lot of when Phoebe Cates comes out of the pool.
Cates.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was like the first, like, I remember that was major for me. You know what I mean? I
Yes.
was like, I I was too little to know, but like I was like, oh my god, like I fell in love with. I fucking rewinded it over and over again, you know.
I think we
hear
all
you.
did there.
Yeah, that one's a fantastic one. Now, mine, I don't know if many people know this one or not, but it's a movie called Wild Things.
Yeah,
And
I've
in
seen
that
that.
movie, Denise Richards and Nev Campbell kiss
Make
for
up.
about a minute
Yep.
and a half in the pool. They're both wet, and they actually like put tongues in each other's mouth. And for me, that was better than watching them bang. Like it was
Really?
hot. Yeah, it was hot.
I would have rather seen them bang, to be honest.
Well,
with you. They were-
maybe I would, but then it'd be a
Right.
porn movie and it wouldn't count in this question.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, first of all, I think Denise Richards is pretty hot, but Nev Campbell, for whatever reason, I just think Nev Campbell's sexy as fuck. So
Charlie Sheen banged both of them.
yeah, he was married to Denise Richards, and then
He banged the other one.
Lucky
He's a
bastard.
fucking legend.
well, Charlie
Oh, he is
Steen
a
is
legend.
definitely he's got to be in the man. Hall of Fame.
I was just gonna say that. He's
Yeah, and
definitely
he
in the Man
did.
Hall of
He's
Fame.
not even dead or nothing yet, and he's already in the
No.
man. Hall of
Wow.
Fame. Yeah, he's banged just about everybody.
Yeah.
Him and
he's the man.
Raul, or not
Rob Lowe.
I was thinking the dude Chachi on Happy Days.
Fonzie. Or no,
Scott Baio.
yeah.
Scott
oh, yeah,
Baio. He fucked like everybody. Pam Anderson. And then after he fucked all, he was Nicole Eggert. He fanged every hot chick in Hollywood.
Damn.
And then he
Yeah.
moved into the Playboy Mansion.
Oh.
And he was banging all the centerfolds that stayed at the Playboy Mansion. And then the last few years of his life gave him a job and made him head of scouting of Playboy magazine. I go, this
Yeah.
motherfucker, he already
Damn.
bangs more chicks than anyone we know, and you give him a job that the Elephant Man could get sex with. Like, all you got to do is go, hey, baby, I'm the head of scouting for Playboy magazine.
Uh-huh.
If you want in the magazine, I got to see you naked. I mean, how hard is that?
Wow.
So he did that for a while. So, yeah, he's pretty awesome,
Lucky
too.
bastard.
Yeah,
Damn.
fucking bastard. Dave Navarro's another one.
Wow.
Dave Navarro was married to Carmen Electra, and then they
yeah,
broke up. And they said
Yeah.
on DVD, Mike Prizzuta says, where do you go from Carmen Electra? And about 6 months later, they announced that he was engaged to and moving in with Jenna Jameson.
Oh my
And
God.
Mike Prizzuta goes, that's a good fall right there. That's a real good fall.
Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
both smart. And Jenna, we know she knows stuff, so
Oh my.
not as much as Betty White, but she knows she knows a thing or two.
Back-
Hey,
back in
Betty,
the-
I'll be home
back in
soon, baby.
Back in the day, I mean, Carmen Electra and Pam Anderson, like back in the late '90s, they
yeah.
were the two hottest
They
chicks.
were the two
Oh,
hottest.
yeah, they were hot.
Yeah, and Nicole Eggert, who was on Baywatch, also was smoking hot in her day too.
She was on whatchamacallit, Charles in Charge.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
and
Yes,
that's
she
where he.
was.
I think that's when he was banging her.
Yeah.
He was banging
was-
Aaron Moran when they were like 12 or 13 on Happy Days.
He's a fucking legend.
He
He's a
is.
Yeah.
legend. He is definitely
He
a
don't
legend.
need
fucking
no,
legend.
he don't need no dating app.
No, he doesn't. He ain't on Plenty of Fish. That's for goddamn sure.
Nope.
All right, so the fourth question, we're getting down to the real nitty gritty now, is what is your kinkiest sexual fetish?
I mean, I like to, like sometimes I'll pretend like I'm a security guard, and I'll catch her shoplifting.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
there you go. I like it.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
That's a good one.
I got the little shirt and everything. Like ordered off Amazon, the security shirt. Like I go hard. You know?
Literally.
No pun intended.
literally.
Oh shit.
Oh, you hurt me with that one. Yeah, that's fan. I don't really have any weird. I just want to know what yours. I mean, mine. I don't mind sex in public's kind of cool, but I'm not shy. So
What do you mean sex in public? Sex at Walmart?
in a fucking car, like I've done it with
No,
a chick
when you say
in the car
public-
when they walk by, like people are walking by in a parking lot.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's-
talking about parked in a parking lot like way over there. I'm talking about like right up by the door where everybody walks by.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
pretty
I-
fun. I did
That's
that. This
public.
one chick, we did it at a movie theater. We come out of the movie theater, and she started going down on me as soon as we got in the car. And the whole rest of the movie theater is coming out, and I'm parked right in. So everyone from that theater, everybody watched, like walked by and was checking it out. I'm like this. Yeah. So I'm kind of into the. Other than that, I like feet, but not enough to like do anything weird with them.
Are you a feet guy?
I find them sexy. I'm not like
I don't have nothing.
What could you do weird with them? I don't know.
Are you one of those guys that like sends girls monies for pictures of their feet?
No, I'm not that bad. I'd rather have a picture of their pussy or their boobs. But if the foot's in the picture too, I mean,
it helps, huh?
all right. Yeah. All right. So, our final question, and this one's a tough one. If you had to have sex with a guy, I mean, other than me and Bubby,
I mean, yeah, duh.
I mean, that's too easy. Who would it be?
Probably. Let's see, Zac Efron.
You should see how pissed Todd looks right now that you did not say Todd. We all thought you were going to say Todd, and he's a little butthurt right now. But Zac Efron,
Todd,
yeah.
Todd knows he's my number 2. He's my second choice.
There's nothing wrong
I mean,
with
for
number
me,
2.
it's John Stamos, but yeah, Zac Efron's pretty hot.
Yeah. Did you ever see Baywatch the movie? I mean, come on.
Yes. Yes. And when I was done looking at all the chicks, I got around to him. Yeah. Although the Rock's not bad either. I don't know. Maybe Magic Johnson for me, just because he's Magic Johnson. I don't know.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I think if he
hello.
walked in here, I'd probably blow him. I'm not sure.
Damn.
The guy's got 5
What the
championships.
fuck are you talking about? Where'd you go?
He's got
Where'd
5
you-
championships.
All right.
He got. Well, he's not HIV positive anymore.
No,
but
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
he was.
I mean, that's a
I was
great
gonna
story
say,
to tell.
Still in the back of your
Yeah.
mind, though, right?
When I go
Yeah.
get my shots at the fucking clinic, I can tell a great story.
Yeah.
All right, so that was our 5-question segment. Thank you for helping save the world.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And now we have to get to my favorite segment, because I thought of it.
Yeah.
And that is, Bubby, tell Mike what time it is.
It's time to play Bitch Slap or Bang.
Yeah. So if you're not aware, Mike, we're going to give you 2 choices.
Okay.
You're going to tell us which one you would bitch slap and which one you would bang, and most importantly, why. And
Okay.
your girlfriend's not going to get mad unless she's jealous of things that aren't real people. So she can't really get too mad at you
some
at
of them
this.
women
Although I have someone that would have got mad at me for wanting to fucking
Yeah, I
punch
was
him,
going to say, some of these
but
women you
whatever.
never know.
Yes. So your choices are Batgirl or Supergirl.
I'd bang Supergirl, and I'd bitch slap. I'd hate to bitch slap either one, but if I had a bit, I'd rather bang Supergirl, and then bitch slap Batwoman.
I like it.
I like it, too.
I think I'm with you on that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw. There was a show just recently. I think it's canceled now, but it was Supergirl,
Yeah.
and they had a real person playing Supergirl.
She's pretty hot, too.
She
She was smoking hot.
Yeah.
but I don't know about you, but for me, she was hot when she was Supergirl, but she was way hotter when she worked at the office building with the glasses on and the dress shirt and skirt.
I like that. I like that outfit. I like that. I like that fucking uniform that the Superwoman has to wear. I'm down with that.
Yes, I'm with you
Just
on
imagine what she could do to you, though. Good
that.
God.
That'd be fantastic.
Jesus.
As I always say, a little bit of pain's good.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Yes. All right. So thanks for helping us with that, Mike. So, Mike, you got anything you want to tell the people about? Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I got. If you check out Greenfield's Finest podcast. Brand new episodes come out every Wednesday, 5:00. We're on all platforms, including YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we just started a TikTok, and that's it. Greenfield's Finest podcast. Check it out.
Nice. Yeah, if you haven't seen that yet,
It's
you
pretty
need to. There's a reason that it came in third in its first year. It's fantastic. So check that out. And that's part of, I think you guys do that in the same studio we do this, don't you?
We're part of Idiot Radio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
We hooked up with Todd, and
Does
I'll
he
be
let you
honest,
say
like,
that?
What's that?
Does
No,
he
I
let
mean,
you tell people
like,
that he's involved with your pod? Because he tries to stay as far away from this as he can.
we tag him and everything. I mean, he's a big part of it. I mean, he does
Lars
all the
too, but he
producing.
doesn't like it when we tell people.
Oh, he doesn't.
No, I think he's afraid we're going down in flames, and he doesn't want to be part of it. And he's probably right. I wish I could argue
you
with
guys
him,
are
but
good.
well, thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on. So we got to promote a couple things. So first of all, if you want to see me do stand-up live, I got a show coming up. It's April 10th. It's at the McDonald Belgium Club.
Yeah.
I think they got like 3/4 of the tickets sold already. It's
Yeah.
on a Saturday night, so if you want to come see me on a Saturday night, tickets are $20, and it also includes a buffet, and it's for a great charity. And if they sell enough tickets, they may add a second show on the 9th, so you can check us out. Now, it is going to be a triple feature, so it's not only me, but Dawn Arner and Sean DeReal Parker are also going to be on that show.
It's
So you're
great
going to
show.
get, we're all doing a half hour, so you're going to get an hour and a half of some killer comedy and the buffet. I can't
And the
stress
buffet.
that enough.
Yes.
And so if you want to get tickets, just contact the McDonald Belgium Club. And then the other thing I need to let you know about is this Saturday, the 13th at 9 o'clock, I will be on the second episode of the Rock Comedy Show. It's I believe I'm first, and then Kaylee Horton, and then Just Janelle is the headliner. Leon Rockymore came out with this series that's every Saturday at 9 o'clock, and he's trying to bring back kind of like the Def Comedy Jam was. And he's doing all local comedians. So you're going to see a bunch of good local comedians over the next few months. But if you want to see what I do and do it from the comfort of your own living room on a Saturday night, that's 9 o'clock. Todd will put up the graphic, but the easiest way to find it is just go to rockcomedyshow.com. And that's all small letters and no spaces. So that's Saturday night, this Saturday night at 9 o'clock. And now the last thing we got to tell you about is our next guest. 2 weeks from today, we'll be back. And that'll be on the 24th of February, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock. And our guest for the 24th is going to be none other than Loke No Joke.
Yeah.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Loke is tremendous. So if you know him, or even if you don't, you need to tune in for that one.
Oh, he's something.
Yeah, he's a good guest.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good
it's going
guest.
to be really good. So, Bubby, how'd we do?
Yeah, awesome, man. Great show. You know, we did pretty good. Only hurt a couple of feelings. Didn't kill nobody. You know?
That's,
I think it's all right.
I think that's all we can ask
Yeah.
for. So don't forget, adopt a dog. Check out that Rock Comedy Show on Saturday, and make sure you listen to Greenfield's Finest
Yeah,
podcast.
it's the bomb, guys.
Yeah, because it's tremendous.
It's
so
fun.
thank you for tuning in, and have a good
Thanks.
night.
Have a good night,
All
everybody.
right, Mike.
Thanks.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
We out.